Namaskar friends. In this video, we'll discuss in short about the categories of birds and animals. We will not discuss all the 28 categories, but we'll discuss a few just to give you an idea of the kind of categorization that has been done in ancient Indian texts for insects, birds, and animals. We'll go to the next two verses. Gorju Mahisha Krishna Sukru Gavyo Dishapha Pashavishchime Avirushtashti Sattama Kharavashvo Ashvataro Gora Sharvashtamari Tatha Ete Chakshapha Shattarinu Panchankhana Pashuna श्वास गालो वृको व्याघ्रो मार्जारा शशशल्लको सिंहः कूर्मो गोधा च मकरादया कंकगर्दभटश्येन भासभल्लूकबर्हिणा हंसत्सार सचक्रा वाकाकोलूकादयाखगा. So here it is being described that among the Tiriac unis, among the lower species, the category of cow, goat, buffalo, black buck, pig, nilgai, ruru deer, sheep and camel, etc. These are called Dvishafa. Dvishafa means two-hoofed animals. Next, donkey, horse, mule, deer, sheep and chamari. These are ekshaf, single-hoofed animals. Now listen to the names of animals and birds with 5 nails in each foot. Now this category has both animals and birds, but all of them are with 5 nails. Okay, these include dog, jackal, wolf, tiger, cat, rabbit, porcupine, lion, monkey, elephant, tortoise, iguana, and crocodile, etc. These are all the animals with 5 nails. And flying birds with 5 nails are heron, vulture, quail, eagle, bhaas, bhalluk, peacock, swan, stork, starling, crow, and owl. Okay, all these birds and animals are categorized in 5 nail category. Friends, we now come to the most important creation, and that is of us humans. And it comes at the ninth level. First, the material world is created, the essential green cover, the plants and vegetation are created, the animals are created, insects, birds, and animals are created. This completes the ecosystem. After that, humans are introduced into this system. Okay, and this comes at the ninth level of the 10 level creation that has been created for us humans. Okay, Arvakastu tastu Navama Shattare Kavidho Niram Rajuadhika Karmpara Dukhe Cha Sukhmanina Vyaktastraye Evate Dev Sargash Sattama Vaikari Kastu Ya Prokta Kamarsu Bhayatmaka. Vidurji, the ninth creation is that of humans. And note that the categorization of humans, it says there only one type of humans. Vegetation is described 8 types. Animals, birds, insects describe 28 categories. But for humans, our texts are describing only one type. only one type of category. And here the flow of food eaten in by humans is from top to bottom. Friends, I think that has been noted in ancient Indian texts is that flow of food in plants and vegetation is from bottom to top. In case of all insects, birds, and animals, it is horizontal. And in case of humans, the flow of food is from top to bottom. Now, further, it describes the quality of humans. In short, humans are dominated by Rajas intelligence. Okay, it's a mix of Sattva and Tamas intelligence. Rajas intelligence, you can consider it as a mix of Tamas and Sattva intelligence. And it is bound by karma. And humans in general, they consider happiness in things which are full of sorrows. We'll come to that later. Next, the three main categories of living beings on earth. The first is the immovable species such as trees, plants. The second is the animals and birds. And the third is the human beings. These three categories and the creations in the Devsag, which we'll be coming to a bit later, these are all Vakrut creations. Okay, right now understand only this. It also talks about Kamarsa, in which sages like Sanat Kumar, etc. were created. They are both Prakrit and Vakrit creations. But we won't go into all that right now. Right now we are talking about the creation of humans. So this is how the creation of humans on earth has been described. Now I should not be using the word creation, but I should be using the word introduction of human species on earth. In fact, I will like to use the word introduction of all types of living beings on earth. You will appreciate this when we come later on the subject again. Okay, now we come to the 10th creation, and that is of the Dev Sarg. What is Dev Sarg? Who are the Devatas? Devatas are the ones who are controlling the processes, the natural processes which are happening on earth. They are the Devatas. The Western Indologists, when they studied the ancient Indian texts, they could not understand. They thought they are also gods. So they categorize all the Devatas also as gods. But they are not gods. They are Devatas. There is a difference between God Almighty and Devatas, which must be understood. Okay. So the next verses are Dev Sargashchaft Vidho Vibudha Piturvasura Gandharvapsarasa Siddha Yaksh Rakshansi Charana भूत प्रेत पिशाचाश विद्याध्रा किन्नरादया दशैते विदुराख्याता सर्गास्ते विश्वसुकृता. Now here these verses say that Dev Srishti is of 8 types, including Devatas, Pitra, Asur, Gandharva, Apsara, Yaksh Rakshas, Siddhacharan Vidyadhar, Bhoot Pret Pishach. and Kinnar, Kimpurish, Ashmukh. These are the eight types of creations, eight categories in the Dev Sarg. So this forms the complete 10 steps of creation on earth. Now in Dev Sarg, it is important to understand Devatas, okay, they are controlling the natural processes on earth. Now here Pitra have been talked about as being created, but again I use the word introduced. Okay, because Pitra we have already discussed the souls, they are eternal, they are immortal, so they have never not been created. This is an anomaly in the translation. There is a defect in the translation. So Pitra have been introduced. Now we know the importance of Devatas, the Pitra. But what about Asur, Gandharv, Apsara, Yaksh, Rakshas, Siddhacharan, Vidyadhar, Bhoot, Pret, Pishach, Kinnar, Kimpurish, Ashmukh? What is their function? Why are they introduced into this creation? So I'll give a very short description here, which has come out of my research into ancient Indian texts. Friends, all humans, we face so many different situations every day in our lives. Each and every individual faces different situations in life every day throughout their life. Now, in short, I'll describe all these the Asul, Gandharv, Apsara, Yaksh, Rakshas, Siddhacharan, Vidyadhar, Bhoot, Pret, Pishach, Kinnar, Kimpurish, Ashmukh. They control those situations for each and every individual based upon their past karma and their astrological chart according to the planets in the solar system and the nakshatra constellations. So the presence of all these is important and they are not visible. They have the powers, they can take shape of any living or non living beings. They have those powers. They can become visible or become invisible. And they create different situations in the life of each and every individual. What I'm telling you is very, very, very important for you to understand. They are watching your karma directly, and accordingly, the karma you are performing and your past karma, they are creating favorable or adverse situations in your life. You understand? And they all work under the direct supervision of whom? Chaturbhuja Mahakali that we discuss, the three fields that we discuss. Chaturbhuja Mahasaraswati, Chaturbhuja Mahakali, and Chaturbhuja Mahalakshmi. So all of these entities, they are present here on this earth and they are controlling the, creating the situations in each and every one of human beings. Do you understand the importance of karma now? Do you understand that you are being watched all the time? And one more important secret I'll tell you. that if you are a devotee of Bhagwan Krishna and Devi Chaturbhuja Mahalakshmi, Mahamaya, then these forces, these entities, they won't trouble you. You'll get adverse situations in your life, but they will pass off peacefully. Now you understand the importance of the Devasar, the 10th creation. And with this, we'll end this lecture here.